at least one of the beings from the Roswell crash being a gray. And I don't like to use the term alien. I don't think they like the word alien. Extraterrestrial. One of the extraterrestrials that was in the ship that crashed at Roswell was a gray extraterrestrial being. They're very benevolent beings from everything I've heard. Very benevolent beings. And we, the United States government, or representatives of the United States government, made a treaty with the gray beings in order to benefit both sides initially. And when we entered into this contract or treaty, we actually gained not only ships that were more or less what we would call the ships we're talking about, or what you would call the saucer type ships. We gained a few of those that were supposed to have been later hidden at Area 51 that everybody knows about. And these ships were also fueled by an amazing source of fuel that could have been very beneficial to our Earth planet and could have been utilized here and been a source of fuel that would have been sure a lot more beneficial to the type of fuel we've been using here that's been polluting our atmosphere. So the fuel has been very beneficial, or it would have been. So we got that, and that was part of the treaty, that we were to get some fuel and the ships. The ships were never fully utilized because there was a supposed barrier that after they reached a certain speed, that you had to go through this dimensional shift in this barrier, and if you did not know how to do that, the ship would self-destruct. And supposedly, from what I've heard, we lost a few of our pilots trying to do this because we didn't know how to do that. We weren't taught to do that. And they were, what I say, is smart enough to hold that back, that information, until a later date. And we, stupidly, I think, and I hate to judge because I don't believe in judgment. I'm trying not to judge. Judge not that ye be not judged, I believe, comes from some good source. But we later did a thing that terminated the treaty, and so they later did not tell us how to utilize the information to get through that, to allow us to use these ships and go through that barrier so that we cannot use it. So we've got the ships and cannot use them, but a couple of our Air Force personnel captains tried to get through that barrier and blew themselves up and blew the ships up, from what I understand. Now, I'm hearing this from many sources down line. I don't have any documentation. This is hearsay, so nothing can be validated. So it's only hearsay. So if you out there are saying, where's the record and where's the documentation, I have none.
Right.
Again, it's people talking and hearsay. But this is what I've heard through the chain of command, you might say. I have some pretty valid individuals that I sure believe in that have heard it. And they, up through the line and chain of command, are pretty valid individuals. That's all I can say. It's like when we hear about the individual we called E.B.E. Extraterrestrial Biological Entity, E.B.E. That was the designation that was given. And again, this is my understanding. I never saw it written anywhere. This was the designation that was given to the one individual being, the gray being, that survived the Roswell crash. It was taken back to Washington, D.C., was given a suite. Literally, they cordoned off a section of one of the Army hospitals back there, and I mean cordoned it off. No one could get in there. And it lived back there for quite a period of time. During that time, I believe, was when these treaties were made. There was communication with this gray being, and that's when all this took place, is my understanding. And E.B. lived back there for quite a period of time. Boy, you could have a pretty high clearance and still not get in to see E.B. Believe me, I knew individuals who had amazing documentation. They could not get in there. I could not get in there. And most of the people... You tried to get in there? Almost everybody I knew that had clearances higher than I did tried to get in there. Mm-hmm. And no one I knew got in there, but they knew of the being. And again, it's all hearsay. There's no documentation to this. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I believe that the ETs that are coming to our planet are doing it, many of them, most of them, are doing it to help the humanoids on the planet, to help the planet, to help Mother Earth. The Native Americans were tuned in to Mother Earth and believed in the consciousness of the planet Earth and the life of Mother Earth, mm-hmm. and I believe in that. Mm-hmm. And I hope more humanoids wake up to the fact that we've got to start working with Mother Earth to keep it alive and, mm-hmm. and blessing it and working with it instead of against it.
Mm-hmm. And working together.
Oh, yes. We've got to start working together and loving each other. And this hate stuff's got to quit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Got to start loving each other and working with each other, or we're not going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah.
Start believing in one thing at least, and that is love,
mm-hmm.
divine love. And she sees extraterrestrials constantly, and you can see why. Mm. And I think it's because she's totally connected to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they feel a connection with her, and mm-hmm. they feel very comfortable. And I believe her home out there, mm-hmm. I believe there's a portal mm-hmm. right where her mm-hmm. home is out there, mm-hmm. near the Superstition Mountains.
Yeah, that's what Joseph was mentioning.
When you go out there, you can feel an energy.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, neat.
Yeah.
Neat. That'll be fun. That'll be great.
Quite something.
Yeah, it'll be neat to... I keep looking at that statue that she made you, and it's just, it really
Isn't
is
it?
beautiful. It's really stunning.
And there's
the
love.
way the light hits it, and it's
and
just
I
gorgeous.
feel love energy coming from it.
Yeah,
There's
it's
just
really
love and
neat.
joy energy coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Arcturian light being.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unconditional love, and boy, you can feel it.
Mm.
To me, anyway. I may be crazy, but I do feel it.
Yeah.